Gareth Thomas.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Sri Lanka, as others have already alluded to, is a stunningly beautiful island. But to be one of its Tamil citizens, increasingly to be one of its Muslim citizens, and certainly to be Sinhalese and interested in human rights or an opponent of the Rajapaksa family, it is a very dangerous country. Many of those who are Tamil who live in my constituency believe that nothing short of a genocide continues to take place against Tamil citizens in Sri Lanka. With Tamil citizens increasingly, they believe, viewed by the Sri Lankan government in the same apparent way as the Chinese government views the Uyghurs. There is deep, deep frustration with the apparent impunity of the Rajapaksa family and their supporters from either domestic or international accountability. There's anger with the current UK government for its tolerance of that impunity and its complicity at international level in failing thus far to get action taken by the international community against the Sri Lankan government. There is disbelief too that Tamil refugees might be returned to a country so obviously ravaged by human rights abuses. And there is a demand similar to those that, as others have expressed, for Britain to use the powers it does have at its disposal already to hold to account those clearly implicated in serious human rights abuses, as many in the debate have already alluded to, not least my right honourable friend who's just spoken. And indeed, to take action as was recommended by the UN Commissioner for Human Rights. And lastly, the Tamil community want ministers to back a call for Sri Lanka to be referred to the International Criminal Court. A number of members have already referenced the courage of Mrs. Ambihai Selvakuna in her recent hunger strike, which I'm pleased to say, for her sake, has ended, but which did serve to draw international attention to the issues that we are debating today. As my honourable friend from Mitcham and Morden said in her excellent speech, the frustration of the international community and the Tamil community in many of our constituencies dates back to the end of the conflict in 2009, where terrible war crimes were committed against the Tamil community, those civilians and those surrendering at the end of the conflict. No one has ever been held accountable for those crimes. I strongly support the call by Michelle Bachelet, echoed by my honourable friends today, for Britain to use the Majitsi sanctions that it does have available to it against Shavendra Selva and Gamal Gunaratne. In the short amount of time that I have left, I also wanted to praise the recent Amnesty International report and to note the important contribution from Freedom from Torture, urging the Home Office to take another look with the Foreign Office at the country note that it uses to judge whether or not people should be returned, refugees should be returned to Sri Lanka. Quite clearly, given the scale of torture and other human rights abuses, it would be totally wrong to return people with credible concerns about the situation in Sri Lanka there. I look forward to the Minister finally taking some serious action against Sri Lanka.
World.